Hey everybody, this is Angela McKee with Home Life Tutorial. We just wanted to do a short video to kind of show you and explain a little bit about what we're doing and the direction that we're going in. Our goal has always been to keep classes small, for students to have fun learning in a hands-on, discussion-based way. We kind of want to keep that. We've managed to keep that in the classroom and in the tutorial over the last few years, but we've realized that while these classrooms are traditional in nature, it doesn't really line up with some of the philosophy of homeschooling that we really hold dear to us. So our motto has been a homeschool away from homeschool, and that's one of the areas that's been really difficult to institute through this typical classroom. We believe there's really good programs and instructors in the Jackson area that already provide this traditional classroom approach to learning and do a really good job at it. So, why are we reinventing the wheel? Why are we offering what others are already offering? So it's just really led us to seek an alternative to look at what niche we can fill in the Jackson, West Tennessee area. So I had this idea, and this is kind of how it all started. We really wanted to provide a more student-focused learning environment, providing options for these students where their students were, and not trying to fit around our schedule of classes. So we wanted students to really hone in on critical thinking skills, be more aware of what's going on in the world by discussing and studying current events, fostering a sense of community and homeschooling, by having projects and homework that students can work on together, asking lots of questions, working through the answers will kind of be a central theme while we integrate studies in English and social studies and humanities, government, philosophy. So with goal-based planning, which is HLA's focal point for high school direction, we will really be offering different tracks. So as you can see here on the schedule of classes, Tuesday, Thursdays would be integrated studies. And so for a high schooler, whatever track that they're needing to go on, whatever history they're needing, or if they need English only, they would have options there. So there will be a U.S. history track, a world history track, and they'll focus on those areas and still, there'll still be teaching, and there'll still be discussion, and there'll be projects, but they'll be able to focus more on the area of need. And also on Thursdays, there will be time for group studies and projects, independent study to be getting that work done while there's accountability and an instructor there to be helping with those things. So we want to incorporate a multi-level learning environment with students so they can mentor and glean from one another. A multi-use classroom with a science lab and an art studio where students can work together and be creative, learning and growing in these areas. So we're also incorporating STEAM-based science and art projects, and we'll have a mobile STEM lab for hands-on learning in these areas of engineering and design or basic science principles such as simple machine and other physics topics. So for junior high, it's going to be the same type of thing for integrated study. They'll be more focused on the 19th century. And then on Wednesdays, it's concentrated study. So science, art, math. They'll be able to choose a science that they want to do. Math lab and studio art will be open, which means that it'll be open for all 4 hours of the day, and they can come and go into those classes as they need to. There won't be a specific time. So if they have chemistry, they can move on over into math lab, or they can go to studio art, and that'll hold true for the junior high classes as well. And then lab day and project day will be on Thursday. So that way they have 2 days they can really focus on the things that they're learning. Sometimes only meeting once a week, they don't think or do anything with that until the next week. And so this will give them 2 days of talking and discussing this topic, working on these things together, and give more time in the classroom for discussion and study before the lab time on Thursday. So really want to push these students to really give their best, work hard where they're at, and not really be dependent on a balanced classroom. That's one of the struggles that we found meeting 2 hours a week is, you have these students who need to move forward and be challenged, and then you have students that need a little more nurturing and more study on a particular concept. And in a balanced classroom, you have to move along at a pace to accomplish that. So, what we're looking at doing is allowing these students who need to be challenged to do that and move ahead. And all the students can still discuss and have, group time and group study. But if there's areas that these students need to focus on, they'll be able to better focus on those areas that they need to and move ahead in the areas that they need to as well. This type of learning will really prepare them for college and career and life. They'll learn how to find answers, how to write, how to think, how to present that information. A student will be able to show what they've learned in a creative way, especially if taking a test is not the most effective way for them. If they enjoy making videos or doing a skit, we really want it to be an environment of creativity and learning. We really want to work in conjunction with parents to direct the education of these students in whatever area they're studying, open door to parents wanting them to participate. We'll provide weekly work plans and assignments for parents for the upcoming week so they can see what their students doing, make adjustments to assignments, notes to teachers. We're planning to have an environment that really serves the student's learning style. So, we're wanting to do some learning style assessments because we really want to know how does your student learn best and really cater to that. Whether it's a dartboard in the classroom for thinking or a beanbag for independent study and reading, maybe walking around the building because they need to refocus, or even in the garden pulling weeds. Really, that's what homeschooling is all about, is focusing on the student and how they learn best and how they enjoy learning. It's exciting to really think about these possibilities. The elementary students, we still have LEAP class, which will be similar to this year, and then we have a 3rd through 5th integrated studies. So on Tuesdays, they would be focusing more on language arts, history, and other subjects around good books. And on Wednesday, the integrated science and art, which will be some STEAM-based, and it'll also kind of integrate around the books that will be being read, and we will leave our elementary science and studio art open for a la carte choices as well. But yeah, it's just really exciting to think about. We hope you guys will grow with us. We realize this may not be what everyone is looking for, but it may be a perfect fit for many of you. And that's exciting and really important to us that students in the Jackson area have choices, and really good choices. So there's so much more I could say about how passionate we are about this, and we do believe that this will nurture our love for learning. It'll build relationships. It'll assist parents and benefit students in a way that's really so much better. Give us a call if you have other questions. We'll be happy to answer anything we can for you. We really appreciate you, and thanks for listening.